Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're actually going to do something that's kind of different. We're actually going to be shopping. Some of the big questions I get is where am I getting all of my loot from? Where am I getting my stones from? Where am I getting all of my emblems from? The answer to most of those is the store. So when you look at the store, this is a perfect setup for my main account. As you're progressing further in the game, you really want to focus on a couple things. Number one, hero essence. Until you hit, I believe it was around level 270, you will use all the hero essence you can ever get, getting up the resonating crystal, getting up all of your heroes. Once you hit them all to 240, you'll still need hero essence. Now I've gotten to the point of the game where my heroes are almost level 300. I don't need the hero essence anymore. I've actually been getting more from just doing the daily things, from doing the labyrinth, from doing everything that gives me regular hero essence versus buying it from the store. One thing that I have to focus on now is late game is our 24-hour large crate of hero EXP. This is the biggest problem. When you hit about 240 plus is where the hero EXP will start coming into play. And you'll see it further and further as you get in the game. So these are the purchases that I'm stuck at right now. So depending where you're at the game, even if you start buying these when your heroes are approaching 240, it will make a very, very big difference. Emblem or the stones, don't buy. They're not worth it. You get them in AFK rewards. You get them through the guild store. Never buy those. Not a good purchase. Good purchase, always amplifying emblems. If you don't have every single hero with your max from 10 to 20, buy the amplifying emblems. I always do. It takes 240 emblems to get a hero from plus 10 signature item to plus 20 signature item. So if you're buying 10 at a time, these appear in the shop usually every 2 or 3 days, and they're bought with gold. That is the big thing, is they are bought with gold instead of buying them with gems. So definitely looking for those. Early game, like I said, always looking for the hero essence, and I'll run through this account and then we'll go through my other account. If you really want to whale it up, you can go through and do some of these. They also do have red chests in here, but they cost roughly 2,000 gems. I would never buy them myself, but they do come here every now and then. So taking a look at the guild store, only thing you want to focus on here is mythic gear and T1, T2 stones. Why? Any of the other gear, your legendary gear, even when you're lower level, is always going to be replaced. With progression in this game, I've been running my faction accounts for 3 or 4 months. You replace everything with mythic gear. When you buy mythic gear, you actually get a chance to get a faction piece, which is the most important thing, is if you get a faction piece that you need or you can use. And now with the faction scrolls, you can actually re-roll pieces that you get, which is very, very cool. So making sure that in here, you're buying mythic gear or you're buying faction stones as needed. Only thing to focus on in the guild store. Barracks, another easy one. Elite Hero Soul Stones. That is the focus 100% of the store. I just bank until you get enough for a Hero Soul Stone. Blue fodder will come by itself. It comes with most summons. It comes with all summons. So making sure that you're just saving everything until you get your Elite Hero Soul Stones, it'll get more bang for your buck. This is the one where it gets a little more confusing, is when you look at the Labyrinth store and the priority. Priority store, when you're starting out, is always Shimira. Shimira is a hero that will carry you from chapter 1 all the way through chapter 24, 23, 22, 23, 24. There's even people using her in 25 plus. Super, super powerful hero, especially if you're just going for progression from the beginning. She will carry you up to a point. There'll be a point where she drops off, where you don't really use her anymore, but that's okay because you know what? You've used her all the way to the point of getting there. Next heroes, which I would put in second place, would be Thoren. Thoren is a very, very powerful hero all the way through the game. He has great skills, similar to Namora. She is the only soul healer in the game that has 3 of her 4 abilities are healing, as well as her signature item helps healing. So very, very powerful to have. And again, a hero you're going to use in a lot of facets of the game. Next hero really focusing on here, I would go with Serous, Mauler's hero, because he does bring the life leech ability to the team. So anyone who is doing damage, he brings a percentage of that damage back as health, which is very, very powerful. Next two heroes to kind of look at is Estrilda, which I would put in 4th place. She does a large buff with her signature item, and that's where people have started to use her. Short of that, her being a buffer, not really a tank. She gets absolutely destroyed as a tank, but when it comes to a buffer, very, very strong. And since the rework, of course, Scrag. Scrag cannot be CC'd, and he does a stun, so he is super overpowered. He actually runs just through a line of heroes. It's pretty funny to see if you've seen him on my Mauler account. He just plows them over and pushes them right to the back row and actually stacks anyone that he can to the back line of a team. Next one I'd really be focused on is Serous, which here, Serous is good. I know I use Almas over Serous, but when you look at the Wilder teams overall, Iran's kind of the #1, Serous is kind of the #2, especially coupled with Namora, because a lot of his abilities are based on Namora's heal and the health that he has. The other one that they would put in this category would be Arthur. As you can see, I've been buying his emblems out of here. And Wukong. Wukong is really, really solid in PvP. A lot of people use him for him. In the campaign, I haven't seen much usage or in the different aspects of the tower. But overall, I hear he's a pretty good hero. You can buy him, one of the only Celestial, well, the only Celestial that you can buy out of the Labyrinth store. So that would be my choices. I mean, Shimira would be #1, followed by Thoren and Namora. Then we'd go with Serous, Estrilda and Scrag. Then it would be between Wukong and between Arthur. And then I'd go with Serous, would be my choices. Rain over here is the only hero, undoubtedly, everybody has said, 100% fodder. So if you want to buy some fodder, there's your fodder. But you have another 10 heroes that are a way better choice than just wasting your Labyrinth tokens here. When it comes to hero essence, very, very tempting, but hero essence will come. As you can see, you possess 90,000 hero essence right now. If I could give that to some of my other teams, great. Hero essence will come. Don't try to push progression, because if you're trying to push it just by, oh look, it's 40% off, it's a good deal, you're going to be lacking some of the key heroes when it gets later. When you start accumulating the hero essence or you don't use it anymore, you'll be kicking yourself because you hindered your progression going there. Challenger sort. This is the other one that I get a lot of feedback about. #1 by far, knowing the game, I've played it for months and months and months, probably going on years, is Athalia. Athalia is the #1 priority used through the entire game. Even in chapter 31, 32, 33, people are still using Athalia. Does a ton of damage, with her signature item. Her bleed, she has life leech, and you can target her to a specific target, which makes her just absolutely devastating to teams. Followed by Aziz. Aziz has the ability to nullify targets, ultimate abilities, which is super overpowered. If you know ultimates in this game, energy regen and ults are super strong in this game. So if you're coupling Aziz with a Rowan and a Twins combo, you can actually cycle through ultimates so fast that a majority of the battle, the enemy team cannot even cast an ultimate because he is blocking them out a majority of the time. Super, super powerful. So those would be my two choices. By the time that you get them built up, I would focus on Athalia first. Her durability through everything, I've seen it just absolutely devastating. I only have her at, I believe, Mythic at this point, and she still carries my team in chapter 27, and I don't even have her signature item maxed out. Next choice would be Iran. Iran does, oh, new video from Smash, I'll have to check it out when I'm done. Iran, super, super powerful hero. Actually pulls in 3-4 targets at a time, does a slow, does a CC, just absolutely decimates teams. So second choice by far would be picking up Iran, followed by Belinda. If you've ever seen my Lightbearer team or even the main account, Belinda just absolutely decimates heroes, especially combined with Rose. Just the amount of damage that she can put out instantly is crazy. Which brings us to our next hero, Falks. Falks is just one of the best CC heroes in the game. When he can confine someone for a certain amount of time, he has his own haste. His ultimate ability or his signature item with his ult can raise defense. He's an all-around super strong hero to have, and you can get him in the shop, just as is Grezel. Grez summons minions throughout the whole entire battle. Signature item summons them at 9 seconds. The plus 30 does it at 7.5 seconds. His ult summon minions, and every minion that dies heals him. So his survivability is super, super high when it comes to looking at heroes, which brings us to Almas. Almas is another hero that, coupled with Namora, super strong, coupled with Iran, Leica, very, very powerful for a faction because he has the ability to heal himself, cast shields. Namora can boost the healing that he's doing, making him a very tough target to kill. Followed by Nemisu. Nemisu puts down totems, which is a big distraction similar to Baden and Grisolde, and now Solus with her little Floral Spectre plant. But he does have the ability to do quite a bit of CC, not technically CC, but a lot of heroes will actually turn around, especially nuke heroes will ult on the totems, making your team not take any damage at all because they're just busy killing the totems. And the very last hero, if you've maxed out everybody else, which Entendre, that nobody that I know of uses, so it's kind of crazy that she's in here. I know they've said she's pretty burst dependent, meaning that if somebody bursts her down, she dies. Her survivability is very low. That's the reason I would place her definitely last. So in the Challenger store, definitely focusing on Athalia and Aziz first, followed by Iran, Belinda, Grezel, Falks, and then just the rest of the team. Baden, I'd also put in the mix too. I used him when he was earlier in the campaign stages. He did really, really well. With the dodge aspect of it, he can't tank. So the distraction aspect of getting the ads up is pretty good, but when it comes to overall tanking, as you see later game, just absolutely falls off later game. So let's take a look at another store on one of the alt accounts. So let's go ahead and check out that one. All right, so I hopped over to the Lightbearer account because I wanted to look at their store here. The other big thing that you get emblems from is, of course, always, like I said, always buy the hero essence. Until about level 260, you'll always use hero essence. Primordial emblems, always make sure you're carrying at least 200 in your bag. 200 will take a hero from 0 to the plus 10. So make sure anytime you're under 200 primordial essence or emblems, buy them. That way you know them from the store. And the other one that I always buy, which is a must-buy priority, is right here. Elite Hero Soul Stones. So when you do a summons, you spend 2,700 gems to hopefully 1 in 3 pulls get an Elite Hero. Elite Hero Soul Stone right here, 90 gems, definitely buy it for 5 stones. You're spending 1,050 gems to guarantee an Elite Hero. Guaranteed. Because once you got 60 of those stones, you're guaranteed an Elite Hero. So, I mean, almost a quarter of a summons, you can guarantee me Elite Heroes. Buy them every single time because you will increase the amount of heroes that you're banking from buying those every single time they come out. So definitely a priority in the shop. Like I said, make sure that you're carrying at least 200 emblems, which here I believe I'm 364. This account's a little bit different because I know I still have 2 heroes that need them. So once I hit 400, that's it, we'll stop there. But I like banking the 200 at a time to make sure. And I've also been working on the emblem chest through the event that's going on. But focusing on the store, again, with the guild shop, don't buy anything from the bottom. None of the Legendary Plus gear, it's all going to be replaced. Focus on the stones, focus on the Mythic gear, because that's what you're going to need in the long run. Always buying the Elite Hero Soul Stones for the exact same reason. Guaranteed Elite. Labyrinth Store, making sure that you're focusing on the heroes that you need to. This account's a little unique because we are just focusing on faction heroes, so actually the Lightbearer heroes, and the same with the Challenger Store. Make sure that Athalia is a priority, followed by Aziz. Once you have all of those, and if you're following this, AFK Arena is a game that is just that. I mean, it's an AFK, it's an idle game. It's one that is going to take time. But with that being said, doing your daily quests, doing your weekly quests, checking the store every day, buying the things you need over the course of a month has a huge impact on your progression. When I look at a lot of people that reply, they're stuck in chapter 9, they're stuck in 12, they're stuck in 15. Making sure that you're building your teams and making sure you're doing all the things you need to every day, which, like I said, is checking the store, is doing your guild hunts. If you're not in an active guild, switch guilds. Find one that's more active. Don't sit in a dead guild because it'll just absolutely hinder your progression. Make sure your friends list is full. Make sure you have 30 to 30 people. If they're not active after 7 days, go ahead and move them off the friends list because unfortunately they're not active. And you don't want dead weight holding your account back. So, like I said, make sure that you're checking out the shop every day. Make sure that you're buying all of your essence, as well as the emblems if you need them, and of course the Elite Hero Soul Stones. Over the course of the month, if you can get at least one extra Elite Hero out of it, that's that much more fodder you don't need. And as always, let me know in the comments what you think. If there's anything that I missed from the store that you would buy or you wouldn't buy. And as always, thank you for watching.